Yo, so guys, adaptability. This is so powerful for getting like high sales because sales I think of more like being adaptable to the person you're selling. But when I think of marketing, it's more of mass influence. Okay, that's kind of how I think about it. And it's so true because in one-on-one sales or selling online, it's the same thing. You got to either understand who you're selling to and be adaptable to them in person or over the phone, or if it's online sales, you need to basically appeal to all personality types and totally be able to persuade each type, or at least one type. And sometimes there's markets where just one personality type is everywhere involved in it. Most girls are E-type and most girls shop online, so that's very powerful. Most men are like logical, okay? They can also be emotional. But, oh yeah, and girls are mainly social too. So when you know, if you're just selling to women or men, you got to know what the main personality type is, and you can sell even more. Because if you're like doing emotion sales with men, you're not going to get as many sales, bro. Like, if you're doing actionable type of sales messages with women, and you're selling female product to women, you're not going to get that many sales. I mean, that's just how it works, okay? So be adaptable, and let's talk about how to be adaptable. So in personality types, we can put it into 4 categories to keep it simple. And I got this from Ty Lopez, which is a master salesman. Okay, everyone could be a master salesman if they just know what I'm talking about in the Sales God program here. Okay, so what is it? PACE system. It's called the PACE system: practical, actionable, social, and emotional. Okay. Now let's talk about how to sell to each type, but let's also know how to know who you're selling to. Now, mainly you're going to want to sell online, but in person, in social life and everything, you can be adaptable to the people you talk with and like socialize with, okay? It's very important also to know the order of the person you're with if you're doing anything in person. You got to know if they're practical first, then maybe actionable, then social, then emotional last. You got to know if they're emotional first and everything like that, and how to talk to each type of person, okay? And be liked by each person. If you want to be liked by each person, you don't have to be. Okay, here it is. Get ready. Practical first. By the way, I'll tell you what most people are first, actually. Most people are E-type first, by the way. And then they are S-type, okay? And then they would be most likely practical, then actionable last. Okay? That is most likely true. Or it's either people are S first, most people at least, and then E, okay, and then P, and then A. And it's rare that most people are A first, in my opinion. I don't see that too often, but people can become that more often with a more fast-paced world happening. Okay, like that's pretty much the truth right there. So anyway, to sell to a practical person, what do they like? How do you know how to identify them? They like numbers. Okay, they like analytics, they like statistics, they like just thinking logically about things and not emotionally about things. And it's very rare that a practical will be next to an E, okay? But a practical could be a P, E, S, A or whatever, okay? Or most times a practical will be associated to an A-type, okay? I believe. So, yeah. And most times an E is associated to an S, a lot of times. Actually, an E can be associated to a P a lot of times too. But anyway, it's kind of all over the place. But at the end of the day, here's how you know if someone's a P first, is if they're very logical, okay? That's basically it. And you'll want to talk a lot of numbers with them and, bring up numbers in conversations a lot, okay? They'll usually like something in tech or like something in anything numbers related for sure, or sci-fi and stuff like that, okay? Now, then let's talk about A-type people, okay, which is actionable. Actionable people are more fast-paced, more assertive, more loud, more dominant, if you will, okay? So they can be, if you want to sell to someone that's like that, you need to basically bring out your louder side, your more assertive side, your more crazy side, kind of crazy side. I wouldn't say A-types are necessarily crazy, but they are fast-paced. They don't like wasting time being social or whatever, okay? Same with practical sometimes. It depends if it's a P and then an S person, okay? Everyone's each one of these, but most people are more of one than others, okay? But everyone is a bit of everything. But anyway, how do you sell to an S-type? They are a social type. Basically, it's super easy. You're fun, joyful, playful, and talk a lot, okay? Talking a lot with them in conversation builds trust, gets the sale almost every time, okay? And this is great. That's awesome. And that's like how it is. And I think everyone wants to talk with everyone, have a conversation naturally anyway. We are social people. We're social animals, if you will. So the fourth is emotion. You want to sell emotionally to people. How do you do that? Emotion is created through sadness, through happiness, and through story a lot of times, okay? That's why having a why behind a company is so key. That's why charities can prosper big time, especially if a company has a charity attached to its company's purpose and stuff. But a why behind you, which is your story, and your company, and then your product, okay? Each thing different. This creates connection, trust, likability, and it's so powerful, okay? And most people are an E-type. This is why having connection is so powerful, and people emotionally buy, and logical people buy into the price, by the way. So that's a practical person or whatever, that's their personality type. They'll buy based off price. Emotional people will buy based off, do they feel an emotional connection to this product? An S-type person will buy based off, do I feel like I like this person? That's literally it. And an actionable person will feel like, can I get this result I want fast? That's like basically it. There's a couple other things beneath each one, but those are the main ones, okay? Now that's what sales is regarding adaptability. Adaptability to the person you're selling is powerful, but if you're an authority in your space of what you're selling, and if you naturally create a why behind your thing, you will get a lot of sales naturally. It's just how it works, okay? Very powerful stuff, and I will leave you with that. And hopefully you enjoyed this. I know you enjoyed this. Let's move on to more videos, and peace out.